turn off my face here.
Do not attempt to adjust your programming.
Don't do it.
You are now listening to B-Movies and Beyond.
Boom, boom. A little early.
Bum, 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 bum.
That's all right.
Ooh, I'm short.
Dun, 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 dun. Oh, yeah. It's B-Movies and Beyond. We're back.
Peter, did we record last week? I don't think we did.
No. I don't know. Two things happen. You know. I don't know what's going on.
A lot of things happened in that time, and we're going to catch up on that in our news.
That's true.
But, let's do the little recap. I went to Star Wars Day at Coors Field.
Oh, that's why you're as a stormtrooper there.
Yeah.
Dude, I have to say, all of us were like, what is Ryan doing? Does he normally just wear his stormtrooper helmet to the games? No idea. Because it did not appear there was anyone else that was Star Wars related, just you in the crowd.
That's hilarious. Okay. There was a handful of people that dressed up, but everybody just went there for the free shirt. And you got a really cool TIE Fighter Rockies colored t-shirt.
Are you wearing it?
No, I'm wearing my Colorado Ryan shirt.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
The Ryan meetup. See, look.
Oh, is that what your hat means too? CR? Colorado Ryans?
Yes, now it does. We've officially adopted it.
Nice.
We just eminent domain, like what we should do with our domain with bmoviesandbeyond.com. So yeah, went to Star Wars Day. It was a blast. Walked around the field playing the Imperial March. High five Vader a couple times.
Nice.
And it rained. That was cool.
Okay.
It was cool.
Did they win? Did the Rockies win?
They did. It was their first home sweep.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
First home sweep of the season. I was there.
Impressive.
Yeah.
Good job, Rockies.
Good job, Ryans.
Yeah, you did it. Star Wars Ryans.
Yep. Yeah. It was extremely hot, even though it rained, and it poured rain before the game started. Darth Vader threw the first pitch, and then they set up for the game, and then it was a downpour. But meanwhile, we were inside the area getting our Star Wars shirts, so we were undercover. But I was so hot, I wanted to be out in the rain.
Yeah. Did it delay the game?
Yeah, it did. It delayed it. And it was cool. The Rockies are really good about their theme nights. That's why I suggested that Nate and Nikki did Harry Potter night at the Rockies game. But no, they didn't listen to me because they never do listen to my cool ideas, even though I don't give two shits about Harry Potter.
Yeah,
Let's talk
did
about that
not know.
quick.
Okay.
I don't care about Harry Potter. There's nothing that appeases me to Harry Potter at all. I thought about it. I tried. But like literally there's nothing. Yeah, even Nate was like, "Don't you like wizards?" I was like, "Not wizards that babysit kids." And then I don't want to follow like little 7-year-olds for the first 3 seasons of this new HBO show coming out.
Dude. I'm just indifferent. I really don't care. And I tried to read the books, did not get into them. They're not for me. The movies are just okay.
Mm-hmm.
Again, they're not something I seek out. I don't try to rewatch them or anything. So I understand. Yeah, I get it. And then the new series though, like those kids are so freaking young that I don't know what to think, and I don't want to watch it. Actually, I'm kind of curious. My wife is down here. Let's do, babe. What do you feel? How do you feel about the new Harry Potter series on HBO? She hasn't heard about it. It's coming.
See, let me ask Churro. Churro, what do you feel about the Harry Potter?
They're nothing. They are redoing Harry Potter with like Ryan. How old are they? Like
4.
yeah, they look like they're like 8.
Wait, actually, just heard Churro say I like it, Ryan.
So I guess they're trying to be like accurate, like really accurate to
Especially
the
with
movie
J.K. Rowling
script?
and
Yeah, it's Hermione and Harry. It's all yeah, but like a series. That's what I'm saying. Why are you redoing it? I don't know. My wife says why, so there you go. I guess it's not necessary.
well, let's just say if our group of friends are like, "Hey, let's do a Harry Potter cosplay," no, I won't.
That might be coming, Ryan.
Oh,
Might be coming.
I'll be there for that one. No, you know what? I'll tell you right now. I definitely won't be there for that one. How was your last weekend, all that good stuff?
It was fine. I you know what I think was so why we're busy is because Danielle went to Las Vegas to see Backstreet Boys.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah, it was at the Sphere in Las
She went
Vegas.
to the Dome?
Dude, I told her, I was like, I hear that place is amazing. And like she didn't really know what to expect. And then she came back, she's like, I'm blown away. Like that was nuts. Like they had like stuff that they're flying through space and like she's like, you feel like you're flying. Like it is just outrageous. So she did that with her sister. So it's just me and Ellie at home. And you know, as much fun as you can have with you know, you and your daughter.
That could be a lot of fun.
So, it could be. We did a lot of.
Some days she pukes all over the place. Sometimes she doesn't.
Yeah, this is a puke-free weekend, so that was nice. You know, we just hung out and shopped and cleaned the house and did laundry. Very important stuff. Very busy.
Sometimes you got to do it. I mean, I had a time where I just had to do that.
Yeah. Not now. Not right now. You don't have to do that.
I'm done.
Well, good. Good.
Yeah. No, I did it like last week.
Ending. Yeah. That's good. Every day I feel like there's another load.
I like took all my shirts out and like refolded them. But that's my ADHD.
That's for boredom?
Yeah, I was bored.
Ow. And you thought, let me go and refold all my shirts. First off, you don't hang your shirts, though?
No, I neatly fold them. I have a nice contraption from Amazon, and they're perfectly folded. Yeah, I got one of those.
Okay.
They're cheap.
But you don't
like $10.
You don't get like lines in your shirt and whatnot?
I'm fine with them in my t-shirts, but my hanging shirts, I hang them.
Wait, God. So you have... I mean, this might make sense, but I'm trying to figure out what makes it something a hanging shirt versus this is a folding shirt.
Buttons.
Okay, so every button-up shirt is a hanging shirt. Anything that's just a straight-up t-shirt, that's a folding shirt. Okay. Huh.
And I mean, I organize my drawers. So, like, I have the shirts I wear to work. I have my movies, comic book shirts. I have my Thrice t-shirts. I have my sports t-shirts.
Thrice shirts have a whole drawer?
100%, dude. Well, not a whole drawer, but like a section in the drawer, you know?
Oh, okay. All right. I was going to say, that's a lot of Thrice shirts.
Dude, the last concert I went to, I bought all of them.
Wow.
Yeah, that was when the Nuggets won. That was a great day. You weren't there.
I know, I missed it.
You're going to be at the next one.
November.
And then, yeah, I have my sports shirts, and then I have my weird random Denver shirts. And then I have miscellaneous random bullshit shirts. And then I have like my nice, I wear built shirts. I'm sure you see them on Instagram. They're super comfortable. And those have their own, I have a lot of shirts. I should get rid of some. Oh, I have like 2 rows of Star Wars shirts. I apparently went through a Star Wars phase.
How many drawers does your dresser have?
1, 2, 3, 4. They're long. They're wide. 4 main ones. Yeah, and then the bottom one is my pants, my jeans, and then my other one is my shorts. And then under my bed is my gym shorts and my joggers. I have a lot of clothes. I'm sorry. That's weird.
Apparently, that's just, I mean, I'm glad you're so organized.
Hanging up shirts and hoodies.
Oh, hoodies get hung up too?
Yeah, you don't fold those. Those are impossible to fold.
They
And
would take up a
jackets.
lot of space in your drawer. Yeah,
Yeah, I'd probably get like
I
two
get.
hoodies per section. And then I have my wearable shoes, and then up top I have my shoes in the box.
Yeah, I hear you. I used to I hang most of my shirts. Let's just put it that way. It doesn't matter t-shirts or not. They're all hung. But there was a time where like, all right, I got too many and they need to be put in drawers. But you know what happens? I've realized that anything that went in the drawer, I just didn't take out. So I just got rid of them.
Hey, that's smart. I'm about to do that myself.
Yeah.
Put up a lot of space.
There you go.
The daily lives of us in B movies and beyond.
That's right. How we stay organized, how we fold our laundry. But dude, I kind of want that folding contraption.
It's
But
game changing.
yeah, that's enough talk about laundry. Why don't we get into our quick question, huh?
How do you fold your shirts? No, I'm just joking. Where's our? I always forget where a quick question. Oh, there it is. Boop.
What? Why? I have so many.
Ryan, what's our quick question?
Oh, I was just gonna ask you that one because we have two on there.
I know, that's why I asked you to. I was hoping you just pick.
I was hoping you were gonna pick. I'm gonna pick. Let's talk
okay.
about movies we would replace with Muppets. This was a question brought to us by Evan. I want to say. I feel like this is an Evan question.
No, it's Nikki.
Well, maybe I'm just scorned because she loves Harry Potter so much. Sorry, Nikki. Um, Nikki asked us.
Let me.
Okay.
What I loved about this day. This came in the group chat, and first off, you sent something, and I think everyone's like, "What the hell?" Because your post was they're all like animated bands. And was your question, which ones do you want to see? And no one replied.
Well, nobody
so I
got
take that
it.
as understood, but at the same time, I don't know what any of their music's like, so I could not really reply to it.
They
Like,
were
you
fake
had like
bands, Peter. They weren't like
yeah,
I
but they
wasn't like
have like music though, you know, like right? That was like K-pop, Demon Hunter. You talked about that.
that was a great
They had
series.
music.
Yeah.
Yeah. What else was there? There was I don't know, Josie and the Pussycat Dolls. Like
Gem
let's just
and
put
the
this way.
Hollow Cats or whatever.
Yeah, I don't no idea. But didn't they make a movie of that?
Yeah.
Most
Didn't
of these I was very confused. I knew Alvin and the Chipmunks. Sailor Moon has they're a band? I don't know. That's why it was so difficult, and I don't think anyone responded to you.
Next up, I'm gonna do one. Which would you get rid of? Harry Potter, Harry Potter, Harry Potter, Harry Potter, and Lord of the Rings. And pick 4 out of the 5.
Oh man,
That's gonna be my next text after this
Yeah.
episode.
That's like, so. I saw another one. Maybe we were just talking about memes that we've seen, but there was one they did of the Avengers movies, right? And so they had Avengers, then they had Age of Ultron, and then Endgame, and then Infinity War, and they're like, choose one to never watch again. Which one do you think everyone would say, I'm not going to watch this one?
Ultron.
Exactly. That was such a dumb one. Such a dumb meme. But
Yeah, that's
anyways.
Yeah. All right. Well, question. Nikki posed this question. It was about what movies would we replace? Okay, so you keep one human and the rest are all Muppets. And I don't even know if this is a quick question because I just want you to tell your answer because you literally won. Like your answer was the most perfect example of why you would replace everybody with Muppets.
I mean, it's really fun, but dude, like you got some you even had some pictures of different things which I thought would be really cool. Like I think there's just a lot of movies that would be really great, but the one that popped in my head first was Rambo. This is which installment of like
Was it John
the
Rambo?
Rambos? No, I think it was just called Rambo. So
Well,
that's the one where he goes and they had like all the CGI blood and he just like gets like on a 50 count and like mows down like all these foreigners, because I don't really know what race they were. And I just imagine that as if they're all puppets and Stallone is the one human actor in it. Man, that would be fun to watch.
that's the most logical answer, just because I'm not kidding, dude. I agree with you. That scene alone, just watching all the Muppets die, would be the funniest scene out of anything I've ever watched. I would lose my shit watching that. And
Absolutely.
Stallone just being all serious with like a machine, like a Gatling gun, just mowing down Muppets. It's perfect.
Yeah. But they still gotta
It's
have like all the CGI blood and everything, and maybe some stuffing coming out too, you know? Uh but oh man, that'd be just great. And I also just think Stallone acting next to a Muppet for everyone would be pretty funny in itself.
that would be
Because
fantastic.
Stallone's a little bit of a Muppet if you think about it.
He kind of talks like a Muppet too.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, if they made him a Muppet, he would be a great Muppet. He would just be a big, bulky, like fuzzy Muppet going, Tulsa, I'm the king of Tulsa. What you gonna do about that?
Hey, Adrian.
Yeah, a Rocky Muppet would be amazing. Okay, reverse that one though. Have Stallone be the Muppet and everybody else is a human. So you can have Apollo Creed beaten up on a Muppet Stallone. That would be
Nice.
great. Yeah. That one just like threw me a loop. I couldn't think of anything else. And you're able to go, but I got a new phone, so like my chats are not loading up right now. But our friends came up with some good ones. Like the great the Muppet movie, that would be a good one. Um, Ninja Turtles 1 and 2, that'd be a great one. The great
What did I say about that? Because I think someone asked if they're already like considered Muppets or something, and I said no, they're ninjas. Yeah, very
um
different.
Terminator would be fun, but they'd be like
But who you
cyborgs.
replacing?
The
Like
Terminators.
okay? So all the Terminators are Muppets. That
Yeah,
is fun.
it would just, dude. John Connor. John Connor's the only non-Muppet. You have Schwarzenegger. You have uh, what's her name? Connor. John Connor's mom,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
all the Terminator robots, and then Terminator 2 with T-1000. Him just being this molten Muppet. Whenever he molts, he would just turn into the fuzz and then like reappear with all the fuzz and the face. They can get creative with that.
They could. This is one that you sent that I just the pictures alone is the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Nah, that's a
Dude,
good
it
one
looks
too.
pretty creepy. Can you see that on my screen?
Yeah, yeah.
They're just using yeah. That was
Anything
good.
horror based would be good,
Yeah.
especially like slashers and killers. That would be a fun one. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Muppets wouldn't translate to like a race car movie or like The Matrix. Really, it'd be okay for The Matrix, but it would just.
Ooh, what about a
just do.
skateboarding movie? What if they did like Gleaming the Cube with Muppets?
I like that, where you just see them like with their long, skinny arms flailing and going rah, and then they're doing
Yeah,
tricks.
but just think like each time when like they have to do like that like full wide shot where you see their body and everything on the skateboard and you just see like, these skinny little legs, like it always looks so weird.
I could imagine that now. That was a good question, Nikki.
Yeah, that was a
To
good
answer
one.
her question, I do Harry Potter, so it would get really bad reviews, and then it would just never exist. This is my Harry Potter hate episode.
Dude, I think you've had this a few times now.
I don't think it's a secret. I think it's just like I just don't get it. We'll save the creepiest horror masks in film for another episode. That's a good
All
one.
right.
Maybe an October one. We got a lot of trailers though.
That's right.
Let's do it.
Do it.
What do you say?
Yeah. So, I mean, why we have so many trailers, and to be honest, I'm kind of disappointed. But the San Diego Comic-Con just happened, and I don't know about you, but I thought the news was pretty underwhelming.
We're underwhelming is the best way to put it. I mean, yeah, I didn't really see anything that was just like, oh, cool. Marvel didn't give us anything. DC
Mm-mm.
didn't give us anything.
All
Todd
DC
Mc,
did was just Peacemaker.
yeah, which that trailer was good. I put that one on there. Um, Todd McFarlane did his same old shit. Yeah, we're still making the Spawn movie, and now we're maybe talking to an A-list director. Shut up, Todd.
He
Just make the movie.
I know. But he says like, "Oh man, there's going to be an announcement soon." Like they sent the contract and everything. I I'm not holding my breath, you know? Like he's done this how many times? Like every single year because that's all they ask him. And it's been the same thing over and over.
I love this.
So,
I just did a quick Google on this to see if there's any names that popped out. And on Reddit backslash horror, Todd McFarlane is close to signing an A-list director for Spawn movie. Reddit comments come in clutch. They're almost like YouTube. 3 things have remained true in my life: death, taxes, random Todd McFarlane Spawn updates that lead to jack shit.
yeah. So true. So very true.
I love Spawn, but you know what, dude? We're not even talking about Spawn, but I want to bring this up. I thought about this because Todd loves to say his shit. You know who can do a Spawn movie really well? And like, it's free game for him because he's at the top of the list right now because he's not doing anything with DC. He's not tied to Marvel. He had some DC projects. Who do you think I'm talking about?
He had some DC projects.
And I made that very ambiguous, but here's
Christopher Nolan.
why. Zack Snyder.
Oh.
Zack Snyder can probably do a decent Spawn movie.
Yeah, he probably could. Yeah. He would be fine.
And it would be part of the Snyderverse. And Spawn ties in with Batman. We can get a Bat flick Batman in a Spawn movie eventually down like another 50 years down the line. If Ben Affleck's still alive. Or Jamie Foxx. But I think Zack Snyder would be a killer name for it.
Yeah, I like that.
Blumhouse,
Did
right?
you find
They're part
something?
of yeah. Dude, why not just ruin his career? Because either he can make it awesome or he would just completely flop. Damien Leone. Terrifier.
Dude, if they made a gritty Spawn movie, like I mean, think about the cartoon, you know, that was pretty gritty. Like I think that would work. I think that would work really well, actually.
Zack Snyder or Damien Leone. My 2 choices. We should start
Yeah.
putting a bit on this.
I think you might be onto something though. Like someone that's like kind of has like the horror background, I think is key.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah. Oh, dude.
and also does action though. Either you gotta do action well, or you gotta do the horror, like do the gore, because I can see it going. Like it really should be kind of a combo, right? It should be kind of gory, but also action packed, right?
but be able to tell the story with gore. And like if you read the Spawn
Yeah.
comics, he was good at that. Like, I mean, dude, one of the main characters was Billy Kincaid. He was a ice cream man pedophile, and Spawn's one of the most infamous scenes is him hanging him and torturing him. Like,
Yeah.
that's up Damien Leone's alley right there.
Yeah, that part absolutely.
And you gotta, I mean, the whole premise is supposed to be like Sam and Twitch being detectives and stuff, and I think that's something Zack Snyder can kind of pull off. I mean, he did it with Sin Snit. Wait, was he Sin City?
No,
Was
that's
that-
Robert Rodriguez, which I think that's another good option.
Well, Robert Rodriguez would be good. I thought. Are you sure?
No, yeah, Robert Rodriguez did Sin City.
The first one or the second one?
I think Frank Miller actually did the second one.
Oh yeah. Oh, it was co-directed. You're right. It was Robert Rodriguez and Frank Miller. Actually, bring those two back. That'd be cool. I'm sorry, we were talking about trailers.
Yeah, we went down that rabbit hole.
Damn
I
it,
guess they
Spawn.
also
Thanks,
did
Todd.
they did the second one too.
Huh. Um, how does that tie into Five Nights at Freddy's? Who's the director of that?
Question, I don't know. But
Emma Timmy. That's all
is
she's
that who
done.
did the first one?
Oh, she
Oh,
did
really? New director, huh?
the Wind into the Dark and Five Nights at Freddy's. Okay.
Okay, so she did the original.
Yeah.
Yeah. I gotta say, I really enjoyed this first trailer for the sequel.
I'm good
I
with it.
thought, yeah, I thought the first movie I really enjoyed, and I was a bit hesitant. And this one looks like it's taking off, like right where the last one left off, and expanding on it, and still having fun. So, I'm looking forward to it, and I think it's actually going to come to theaters first instead of going straight to streaming, which, I'd rather just have it go straight to streaming, but whatever. Make that money.
Make that money.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I might watch it.
So you missed your perfect segue though. Talking about Damien. You could have went straight into Silent Night, Deadly Night.
Is he the director of that?
No, I believe he's producing it though, and it has like this same feel. So like in the trailer it says like it's the people that brought you Terrifier 3.
Oh.
So unless it's just someone else that was connected to Terrifier 3 that's producing it, but I think I'm pretty sure I heard that his company or for Damien is doing this. So I think he is directly involved.
Well, okay. This is a remake of the original. It's not like an added like 9,000 sequel of this series, right?
Yep. It's a remake. Yep.
Make it bloody, and I'm happy. Make it bloody, and I'm happy. That's what these
It
Christmas
looks
movies should be.
extremely bloody. Yeah, it looks gritty. It looks like it's from the 80s, like when it was first made.
Even the
I
cover
think
art
it's
looks like
everything
it
that
too.
we want. It's yeah, and that's what I love, man. Like they're like, no, like this is what we do. We want to reminisce about the old times and make it as fun as that, but improve on the gore, I think, and they're doing that extremely well.
Let's continue with some gore. Sweet Revenge. Ballsy move on this one because
Dude, I'm confused by this, to be honest. I'm very
that's why I said
confused.
ballsy, because is this a Jason movie?
So, all right, I was doing a little research into this. So, I think this is actually for a short film, and it is from, I believe, William Miller. And so there's two guys that really they hold the rights to Jason, and they had a falling out, went to court, and apparently William Miller got the rights to Jason without a hockey mask. The other guy got the rights with Jason with a hockey mask, and it's very confusing. And so if they would try to do different products or different franchises or kind of redo it, like they kind of have to ask the other person for permission to do this. So not really sure about all the legal stuff behind all of it, but it is very up in the air on this, and this could be part of the reason why we haven't had much of Jason. And there's that lawsuit with the video game, but apparently like at least this William Miller guy is trying to get this going again. And so he's doing the Peacock series. That's the prequel, right? Where you won't really see much of Jason. Definitely not with the hockey mask. And you had this interesting short that's going to come out, which maybe that will build up some traction and maybe it'll make some more Jason movies, because that was one of the things that they announced, saying like from San Diego Comic-Con, was that Jason's coming back with a new movie and a video game, which again, not sure how they're going to do all this without all the rights. So it's going to be interesting.
What if they just called him Jeff?
They call they probably should.
Jeff Voorhees.
They should do something like this. Is
What the heck? How
it's
come?
Victor Miller. I was off. It's not William Miller. It's Victor Miller.
What's this movie called again? Sweet Revenge.
Yeah.
Sweet Revenge. Huh.
Which again, I think it's a short film, so probably get to see it sometime on YouTube.
Interesting. Kinda. I'm confused. I'm confused. This movie looks awesome. No, not that one. Primitive War looks awesome. The dinosaurs look just as good as Jurassic Park dinosaurs in certain scenes. There were some scenes where I was like, they got to finish that CGI. But dude, they're fighting they're shooting and killing dinosaurs in a war style movie.
Dude, the premise of this movie, I love. Where this is 1968, like this is like the Vietnam War, and these guys go off and they get like put onto like this island or whatever, and there's all these dinosaurs and they gotta fight it. Like, or maybe this isn't. I don't know. It's set in 1968. Let's just put it that way. I think this is like a different parallel universe or some shit.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I don't know. So it says, this is what IMDb says. It's Vietnam, 1968. Recon unit known as Vulture Squad is sent to an isolated jungle valley to uncover the fate of a missing Green Beret platoon. They soon discover they are not alone. But I mean, dude, this is, I feel like what every little boy probably ever wanted to see was just man versus dinosaur, right? With assault rifles. I wonder if there's like, I've heard about this movie for at least a year now, if not longer. And at that time, I felt like the first trailer, that whatever I saw, CGI was not very good, and I think somehow someone saw that and backed it and maybe paid to get some better graphics, because it looks a hell of a lot better on this trailer than whatever I saw a while ago. But it's coming out in August. Did it say it's coming to theaters, or is it just going to like a streaming service? Did it say anything on the trailer? Do you remember?
I don't remember. I was just enthralled by killing dinosaurs. Oh yeah, I guess it's coming out to Promenade and Pavilions August 21st.
Yeah, there you go.
The same weekend Peacemaker Season 2 comes out. I put that on there because Peacemaker just deserves a nod. I know we did the first one, but this one tells a little bit more that John Cena is traveling between different parallel universes. And I think that's kind of cool. This is going to tell us a little bit more of that DCU, DC, EDM stuff. Why's my throat been scratching?
I like it. I think that was a great trailer, and I can't wait for the series to come out. It is really good. And then
you know what
I'm not excited for.
Yeah.
Sorry. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Well, I was just
something we both are not excited about because it looks dumb. Go ahead.
I cannot. So we got a trailer for Avatar. What is it? Ash and Fire or some shit like that. Fire and Ash. Yeah, this is like the third movie. And I don't get, dude, that trailer looked like garbage to me. Like, I thought, like, I don't understand any of this. This is just all like ridiculous shit. Like, I didn't even think it was cut together well. To me, it just looks like I'm watching a video game. Like everything looked terrible. And it's probably made like $2 billion, like just like the last few. It is. I don't understand it.
I can't fathom why people like this series.
I don't know.
Just,
I think about like, hey, maybe we should go watch that the second one because I never watched it.
I didn't either, but I don't want to.
I know, dude. I had no desire. It just kind of pops in my head like every once in a while. Well, actually, it just came in because this trailer came out. I was like, oh yeah, this is still a thing. And then I happened to look up on Box Office Mojo because I'm like how much did that movie make? Because I was thinking, like, I remember when it came out, dude. I think we talked about it. We're like, dude, is anyone even watching this? Like, it seems like it's not doing very well, but it did extremely well. It made like $2 billion,
which is weird because I don't think I can go out to a crowd of people and be like, tell me what you thought about the Avatar 2 movie. I don't know a single person who would be like, oh yeah, let me tell you about it.
Yeah. So here's the thing. So that movie came out in 2022, which again, I thought it was just like last year, but it's not. 2022. It was the highest grossing movie, but the only reason why it was highest grossing is because worldwide ticket sales. Domestically, which this is what I like, is that really for domestic, for the US anyways, we put our money with Top Gun Maverick, which that's where I'm like, hell yeah, that's where the money should have went. But then the second was Avatar. So, but whatever.
Top Gun Maverick, like that popped up on an Apple TV today at work, and all of us agreed in the room. We're like, that's an awesome movie. That's a great movie to rewatch again. So
I know. I was just thinking about that.
It just doesn't have a rewatch value to me at all. I
bet so many people saw it. It's nuts, especially overseas.
Oh,
people saw it.
The monkeys that write reviews in Superman's world.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm convinced Asian people
too.
don't exist. I think they're just there to be a number for statistics, so you could determine and control if things are good or not. Like
that is
K-pop. Nobody listens to K-pop.
That is Ryan's point of view, not Peter's point of view.
I mean, if I wanted to listen to K-pop, I would throw a bunch of angry cats into a little bin together and have them fight it out.
From the person that just talked about K-pop Demon Hunter that was a good series.
The movie was good. It just had a little Korean vibe to it, but it was a good movie. I mean, it had demons and ramen noodles. Okay, we're done with trailers. There's nothing else good. I watched a Tron trailer in 4K. What?
I just want to ask, like, do you think, like, they have like sequels like planned for Avatar, like just like forever? Do you think there's gonna be a point where it just kind of dies down? Like, is this movie not going to cross that 2 billion like threshold? Like, it just looks like crap. Like, I will say about the last one, I thought, oh, it looks kind of appealing, but still not enough for me to go see it. But this one, like, there's like zero. Again, that trailer was so dull. It like, I was like, okay, there's other avatars. Whoop-de-doo. Like, and then like all the dialogue seemed terrible. Like, either this made a really poor trailer or this movie's just gonna suck. So like, again, do you think like this is just gonna die out?
I'm gonna one up you on this one. I don't think it's gonna die out. I hope it dies out.
I hope it dies out too, but that's not like.
Your question
is, do you think watch this trailer and like, to me, and like, man, that looks terrible.
I got it. But this is all under Disney, right?
Yes.
They need to shift everything that everybody who's tied in producing side from Star Wars to Avatar. And then they need to bring in the people from Marvel to Star Wars. And then they need to bring in fresh blood from Marvel. Still have Kevin Feige run Marvel, but still have David Filoni and Jon Favreau run Star Wars. But Kathleen Kennedy needs to run Avatar.
She's retired.
No, come back.
Come back and ruin Avatar?
Yeah, she did a great job with Star Wars.
Well, I like. Hey, if somehow that happens, where you find out Kathleen Kennedy's gonna produce Avatar, then we'll know what's gonna happen.
Her, Steven Spielberg, James Cameron, they can be all buddy-buddy, thinking that they're going to make billions and billions of dollars. And Kathleen Kennedy's going to be like, nah, hold up. I have the idea. Give her all the power so they can make it happen. And then maybe James Cameron will go back to Terminator or
I like that.
make Titanic 2, the Titanicing.
The ghost ship, Titanic.
Yeah.
The ghost ship comes
That
back.
shoots out
Ooh.
laser sharks.
And then
from its
Ghostbusters show
cannons.
up. Ooh, I like it.
Ah, great theme. Anyway, we're done with trailers. We got some very, very upsetting news.
News.
I know. The Naked Gun remake is sitting at 91% fresh. Why is it not 100%?
Dude, I'm impressed with
I'm
this.
impressed too. I'm super
First
impressed.
off.
But
But
did we not
so-
say when we saw that trailer, we're like, this is going to bring comedy back? And what's all of the freaking reports saying?
Yeah, they say it's hilarious. It's the number one comedy of the year so far. Like
Peter
everything
and
I've-
Ryan were right.
yeah. And it makes me really want to go out and see this movie like this weekend. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do that, but I think I might try because I really want to see this. Like, dude, you haven't seen a comedy like this in ages. Like, and especially a good one. The closest we probably got was Chip and Dale, and this is the same people that did Chip and Dale. So
it's an adult Chip and Dale?
more adult, because this is PG-13.
Maybe we'll have Ugly Sonic in here again.
Dude, if he made an appearance, that'd be fantastic.
Just make Ugly Sonic part of Chip and Dale lore forever.
Yeah, I just hope they have a fantastic weekend and they just prove that like movies like this, like when done right, they're not dead. You know, I think there might be a little bit of a renaissance because of the fact that weren't the Wayans brothers getting back together to do another scary movie?
Maybe White Chicks, that'd be cool. I think America's starting to wake up. Entertainment media is starting to say, we're done catering to the woke, whatever it is. Like, let's just be us again. You know, advertisements have Sydney Sweeney in jeans and everybody's in a uproar for no reason. Naked Gun is back making fart jokes and like jokes about like Bill Cosby roofing drinks and OJ Simpson. Like, we need that type of comedy back. We need to laugh at things that have happened. Yeah, they're sad, but I mean, what's comedy if you can't poke fun at it? You can't kill comedy. You can't kill comedy.
Yeah, and I don't understand. Like, I mean, I feel like comedy still sells, dude. I love comedies, so I don't know. I hope this proves the point that comedy's not dead and that you can still make movies like this. So super excited for it. I hope it stays at that freshness and is really that good. But dude, can you imagine this? Like, this is like 100, at least at the time, it was like 108 critics that reviewed this. You know, I feel like that's quite a bit, and for that many people to be like, yeah, this is really good, tells you something, you know. Like, I hope it stays true to that. So I'm excited.
We'll get into the sad stuff towards the end because those are long talking points. X-Men has its director. He's the Thunderbolts director. I already forgot its name. But if you read this article from Slash Film, they're starting on working casting. This has been my favorite thing of this podcast ever since X-Men, the Days of Future or the Dark Phoenix, whatever last X-Men movie came out. I've been fan casting X-Men for a while.
Yes.
However, this one is going to be
doing it a little
younger
bit
cast.
wrong. Yeah, you've been doing it wrong.
Why?
I think everyone that you said you wanted, they're too famous.
Yep. And this proves the point. Marvel's going to go different with X-Men. They're not going to put a lot of money into it. What movie series went little money and had a big boom?
The original X-Men.
Recently, Peter.
Oh, recently.
Wasn't it? Well, Joker was one of them.
Sure.
The first Joker.
Yeah. It was lower. It was more like an indie film. Yeah.
Oh, It was the Batman, wasn't it?
Dude, the Batman had tons of money.
I don't know. There was a recent comic movie where it's like, yeah, I made a shit ton of money because they didn't spend a lot of money to make it. You can make a good movie without blowing your load, Marvel. So good move for you on this one.
Yeah,
Um,
I don't know. I'm trying to think about that. I'll keep on pondering.
and then to add to that, Jeremy Renner, he wasn't. I read that he was talking shit about his contract and how he wasn't going to come back. Well, it seems like he's kind of turned his tune, and now he is looking to like have a Hawkeye season 2 and then have an appearance in the new Avengers movie.
Well, I think that was kind of always the case. What I saw was that they wanted to do a Hawkeye season 2, but they didn't want to pay him very much. And he's like, no, I'm worth more than that, so we're not doing that. So my guess is that Disney has probably come back around and be like, okay, we'll give you more money. And that's why he's interested. So that's my guess.
Well, I'd love to see Jeremy Renner come back as Hawkeye because he had a long recovery after almost dying.
Yeah, and
So
I really liked the Hawkeye series. I thought that was a good one, and
it was great. It was better than
yeah,
Ironheart. I watched 2 episodes of Ironheart and I was like, I can't finish it.
I'm right there with you. I think I actually did about the same amount, and there was nothing me pulling me into watching more. Like I almost just kind of like, can I go to the last episode and watch it and get everything?
So you can see Mephisto and be like, "Ooh, there's Sasha Baron Cohen."
Well, you know what's so funny is I saw it on some article, so I was like, well, I already know that, but I don't know. I guess this is more curiosity. Like, does it actually have a good ending? I don't. I just I don't know how I feel about these shows. Um, Especially because she was like in Black Panther 2. I'm like, it felt really strange. Like she had this nice suit in Iron Man 2, and then she's like, oh yeah, that kind of petered out, and then I went and got a scholarship here, and then that petered out, and now she's just back at home, and you know,
Wants money.
building, yeah, needs money and does some crappy shit, and like it just like I feel like they probably should have done the series before they put her in the movie. Whatever. That's just my 2 cents on it. I don't know. Ironheart, I think it kind of sucks.
Agreed. And not because of anything else besides it's just bad TV. I don't have an agenda. But Peter, I do have an agenda with these last 2 pieces of news. First and foremost, we ain't going to talk about the Prince of Darkness, Ozzy Osbourne. Rest in peace. We talked about it but amongst ourselves because we, when
Well,
our group chat, we're at that age where our group chat is memes and celebrities who die, and then we get a reaction from like 2 or 3 friends that say, "Oh no," and then we move on with our life. Or like Evan will add another one that says, "Oh, that's so sad." Okay,
yeah, dude, it was like back to back, man. It was kind of like Ozzy died, and then man, I feel bad. What's the guy from the Cosby Show?
I thought it was the older brother from Family Matters, but I was corrected. Yeah, Malcolm Jacob. I don't know. I forgot his. I feel bad. Rest in peace, Cosby guy. And
Malcolm Jamal Warner
Malcolm Jacob Freeman.
dies at
Malcolm.
54 from drowning, which, dude, that's just like the worst way to go.
I would
Like
never
he's
want
been,
to experience that. Could you imagine
yeah,
like having your lungs fill up with water?
oh, just awful. But like, yeah, and like I liked him. He just kind of showed up in random stuff, and I have always enjoyed him. So it's a bummer. That's a bummer. But and the biggest bummer is really the one you're about to get to. I think you
Hulkamania.
got. Yep.
Hulkamania has passed away. That was okay. I hate to devalue like how people pass away because they brought so much to us. Ozzy Osbourne he's right up there. If not for me, he surpassed Michael Jackson. Like he created what we know as like heavy metal, like metal music. Like he created that generation that he had an outlet for people to listen to. Everybody knew Ozzy, but everybody also knew Hulk Hogan. Even if you weren't a wrestling fan, Hulk Hogan was able to capture our hearts with his movies. Like he was in Rocky, and he was a force to reckon with in Rocky. He was in um the Muppets movie. He was in what was the other one he was in? Oh, he was in Gremlins. He was in
Gremlins. Yep,
Gremlins.
Gremlins too.
No Holds Barred, Suburban Commando, great movie. Um Thunder in Paradise, that's where he jumped from wrestling. Wasn't he in Mr. Nanny? He was Mr. Nanny or something, right? Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
um Hulk Hogan was near and dear because he also put wrestling on the map. And I will argue this point. There's a lot of people on, they call it IWC, Internet Wrestling Community or whatever, chat, just shit talkers on Twitter. A lot of people are pissed off and calling Hulk Hogan a racist. Hulk Hogan said a racist thing almost 18 years ago, and he apologized for it. But they're still holding him accountable for that. And like, dude, the man died. Like, Ozzy died. Ozzy did a lot of stupid shit, and Ozzy did a lot of um, uncouth shit back in the day. Hulk Hogan, he was in that generation too. He was in the 80s. He was doing bumps. He was doing bumps of cocaine. He was doing steroids. He was doing blondes. He was doing probably brunettes and maybe some Asians. But he was collecting belts, and he was larger than life. Like that dude exemplified larger than life. He transcended wrestling in the 80s. When it fell flat on the 90s, he came back and created the Monday Night Wars between WCW and WWE. And he opened up the door for a lot of professional wrestlers to bridge that gap from being a sports entertainer to being an actual entertainer and going into movies. Think about all the movies that we're seeing nowadays. Happy Gilmore had 3 professional wrestlers in there: Bad Bunny, Becky Lynch, and MJF. Also, Nikki Bella.
Wait, Bad Bunny's a wrestler?
Bad Bunny's a really good wrestler. Watch
Really?
his
I did not know
match
that.
in Backlash from 2014 against Damian Priest. One of the best matches you'll ever see in pro wrestling.
Wow.
We're waiting for him and Logan Paul to wrestle. Naked Gun, Cody Rhodes is going to be in there. The Street Fighter movie is literally like 80% pro wrestlers. They're starting to fill in that. They're starting to be part of the entertainment community. But this is what I like most about it is Hollywood has been a good old boys and girls club. So like, there's been a lot of problems in Hollywood with like, you know, Weinstein and shit like that. Vince McMahon and Hulk Hogan open up that door for pro wrestlers to come in and create a system that works for everybody. Oh my God, John Cena, Peacemaker. Uh, he's in another movie coming out. I'm just spitballing names, but I think Hollywood's going to clean up. But I think it's going to clean up, and I think it's going to clean up a lot with pro wrestlers because they're not just big meaty people anymore. They actually look like normal people. If you watch a new Happy Gilmore movie, MJF is Adam Sandler's son. Becky Lynch looks like a golfer. They fit in these roles really well, and they're acting every single week, 24/7, in the ring, outside of the ring, on social media. They're turned on at all times. So whenever a camera's in front of them, they can say go. Hulk Hogan was the
Yeah,
guy that opened that door for everybody.
he reminds me somewhat of like Superman, you know? Like I feel you like you go to any country, you can like people will recognize that symbol, right? Just like I think everyone would probably recognize the name Hulk Hogan.
Mm-hmm.
So he was gigantic. Um, when I think about wrestling, like he's probably one of the first people I think about who made one of those transitions to Hollywood, you know? Maybe not as successful as some of the people like John Cena right now on The Rock, but I think he kind of he's one of the ones that really I think opened the door to that for everyone else. And like you said, like he put wrestling on the map. Like he still has like some of the best matches like ever.
He has
So
wrestling beyond the matches is telling a story, and Hollywood Hulk Hogan was the biggest part of that when he turned to a bad guy. He defined that within, it was always kayfabe. It was always something, oh yeah, this guy's maybe a bad guy, or this guy is always a bad guy. Hulk Hogan went from hero to the worst guy ever. He broke kids' hearts, dude. He made them cry. And he had to carry on like that as a bad guy, knowing that his persona was a good guy. And it sucks because when a famous person passes away, you want them to be remembered in a good way. And all you're seeing on the news right now is, what's Brooke doing? How come Linda's posting this stuff on here? Like, his family's getting a lot of, like, dude, Hulk Hogan just passed away. Terry Bollea just passed away. Leave him alone.
Yeah.
Be a good person for a minute. And
everything
I just want to say,
sorry, go ahead.
I just want to say, like, give the Hogan family, the Bollea family, their peace, because he meant a lot to us.
Yeah. And everything, I mean, I think it just goes to show is like how big he was with all this, is that that's such a big story. And I have seen a lot of that stuff, but it seems like a lot of that stuff is kind of misinformation. Look at the actual like posts from the actual people. Like they tell a very different story. And also like it's their private lives, man. Who cares? Like they figure it out. All of them have said like, I love my dad. I love my husband. Has he done some shitty things? Sure, absolutely. But who hasn't, And as far as I'm concerned, he's apologized for all of them. He's settled all these things and he's moved on, and it's the same as like all of us. We should all move on as well and just remember what he has done with his amazing career, So
Agreed. Well, rest in peace to some legends. Also in the midst of that, Chuck Mangione passed away.
The jazz person.
On King of the Hill. Yep.
Oh, okay. I didn't know he was on King of the Hill, but
yeah. Speaking of that, King of the Hill comes back this weekend.
That's right. They're
Dude,
back.
this is the first time. I read something since like 2013 that King of the Hill, Futurama, South Park, Family Guy, and The Simpsons all have new episodes.
Holy crap. That is
Isn't that weird?
That is strange. That is, yeah, like what we grew up with is all like coming back. Like it's all like been canceled and it has reemerged. Like that's nuts. I think, dude, we're in a golden age.
Back. Everything's coming back. Comedy's coming back, dude. Pro wrestling's coming back. Freaking what else? The Chiefs are gonna lose this season. Like NFL's fixing itself. Good stuff. How about some reviews, Peter?
Yeah, let's do it.
That's some good old golden age podcasting right there. Let's do it.
That's right.
Oops. Oh, nope. Wrong beat.
Reviews. Who do you know what you got, Ryan, or you want me to go first?
I've watched a lot of recent movies. Do you want to lead off with something a little bit older because you watched some older?
Well, I mean, it still came out this year. So, I watched Until Dawn. Video game movie, and just was released onto Netflix, and that's why I watched it. So I'm trying to figure out how to describe this movie, like, because it's someone like the video game. I'm also trying to pull it up on IMDb, which I have no idea what I just put in, and I did not get the right Until Dawn. So what the hell is this bullshit? All right, here we go. Found it. So, Until Dawn. This is a group of friends trapped in a time loop where mysterious foes chase and kill them in gruesome ways, must survive until dawn to escape it. So it is basically like it's Groundhog's Day, but more horror, and with a group of kids. I think there's like 5 of them. They just keep on dying over and over and over again. And this is based off the video game, which here's the interesting thing about this is that the video game, there's no time loops. I mean, like, I guess you can kind of say there was because, it's a video game. You die, you come back, and you get a restart, right? But you got to try to correct your errors. So I think they kind of took that idea and put it into this whole time loop thing. But this is probably the if you really think about it too much, like, this is the part that I'm like, man, this is the downfall of it. And I almost wish they kind of stayed true to like what the video game was. And like that kind of storyline and not an actual time loop. Like, they could have done the same time loop shit, but did what was in the video game. Do you remember the video game, Ryan?
I loved it. It was one of my last favorite video games I've finished.
Yeah. Do you remember like the psychiatrist, like therapist, Peter Stormare? Like, he's in this movie as well. He reprises his role from the video game. But do you remember his part in the video game? Oh, so I forgot to. I remember that he was in it, and I knew like there was some stuff, but he was kind of like, he broke the fourth wall to the video game, and he would like talk directly to you. Like, each time you died, he'd be like, "Oh man, like, why'd you do that?" and everything, and almost like kind of give you insight. So and then at the very end, you've learned more about him, and he's really like the real kind of the baddie. And he was, spoiler alerts, like, he was using hallucinations to kind of trigger this stuff. So like everything that kind of like happens in the video game, it's brought on by him, which is the same thing in this movie. But somehow he can control a time loop. And so that's my biggest issue with that. If you can get past this whole time loop thing, and I have no idea where the time loop came from and how he learned how to control this, no idea. Besides that, it's the same exact premise as the video game, basically. So
do you think they're using the time loop as like the restart in video games?
Yeah, like it's the, like, you died and you get to redo everything. Like, that's just how they came up with, like, that was their little solution to this issue of like, how do we have all these deaths, like that's like in the video game, right? How are you going to keep on doing different scenarios and then come back and do more? You got to have some type of reset, and that's the time loop. So it works, but at the same time doesn't work because of the fact that I don't know why there's a time loop and how it actually works, and that bothers me. I don't understand, and I don't understand how this psychiatrist figured out how to make this time loop. So besides that, I really enjoyed it. The movie actually made me jump a couple times.
A time loop movie that you enjoy? Actually, you do like time. You're okay with
time
those,
loops I'm fine with. Yeah.
It's time travel you don't like.
Yeah, time travel doesn't make any sense.
Fair, okay.
So, it's fun. They keep on coming back. They learn new things. It's a typical time loop movie. Like, it works, but now you get the horror aspect. It is rated R, which is good. You can have the gory deaths. Like, they get to do all those things, curse and all that good stuff. And like, they made it actually legit creepy. And because of the fact that, dude, like, nothing is off the table in this movie. Like, you don't know what's coming next. And that's probably like the best thing that this had going for it.
Okay,
is that,
okay.
You see some of the stuff in the trailer, I feel like you see barely anything. You see almost like a montage of just like kind of like horror things that they put on like towards the end of it, where like they just had all these, they had so much fun with this, is like, we got to use this somehow, and they just stuck it into like this kind of like montage thing about that kind of sort of further the story a little bit, but also at the same time like probably easily could have been changed and done something differently. So pretty clever there. And because of the fact that I don't know what's coming next, like, dude, like, you're really kind of like on the edge of your seat and like, oh shit, what's gonna happen here? And this is directed by David F. Sandberg, which, do you remember what he's done, Ryan?
David F. Sandberg. Happy Death Day.
No, wrong guy. That's, I think, Christopher Columbus. He did Lights Out. He really came from like, he did all these like little like horror shorts that were like really good on YouTube. And then like one of his biggest shorts was like this Lights Out that he went and then made a full-fledged movie on, which is actually pretty good. Then he went and started doing like the Annabelle. You gotta do Annabelle Creation. And then he did Shazam and Shazam Fury of the Gods.
Oh, this guy sucks.
Yeah, we know how that one went. So, and now he got this one. So I think he is a really good director. I enjoyed it. I think he's really good at, well, I shouldn't say that. He's really good at horror, but at the same time, like, I really enjoyed Shazam, the first one. I thought that was really good. But I think his bread and butter is with horror. And you could see that with this one. Like, dude, like, again, he just got to do whatever he wanted to because the movie allowed it. And that's, again, the best thing about this film is that they got to do that. There are elements of the video game in this. They make reference to stuff in it, and also they set it up so that there can be more. And I think I'd watch another one. I'd watch a sequel if it gets it. I don't know how well it did, but this movie is not bad. I think that's.
Didn't we read that it did surprisingly well?
I think better than what we expected. Yes, I think it did. I don't know if I have anything on that. Let me take a look. Let's look at Box Office Mojo here and see how it did.
Did 8 million opening weekend. Domestic did 20 million. International 33. Worldwide 53 million. What was their budget?
Yeah, good.
Does Box Office tell you that?
Budget. Let's see. About 15 million. So, I mean,
that's not bad. That's not bad.
Yeah, whatever. That was gross. Was that just domestic? 20 million just gross. I wonder what they got worldwide.
It was 55.
Another 55 on top of it?
No, so domestic and international added together is 53,621,596.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah.
I bet it definitely made some money.
The first comment on this.
Good job.
Reddit says, "Oh, so it's reached its break-even point. W." It's technically now a financial success. Good news for the film and possible for the game. Bad news for the haters. The movie was a bad Until Dawn movie, but a decent horror movie. Okay, I like it.
I mean, I guess. I don't know. Like, I don't know if I agree with that, dude. Like, that's how I felt at first, and then the more I thought about it, I was like, no, I think it fits a bit. I think it really does, especially because, okay, going back to the video game, right? You're like one person, and the Dr. Hill, is putting these hallucinations into you. Now imagine that same concept, but it's put into like 5 individuals. Like, you're going to have all kinds of different wacky, scary shit. Like, I think it fits into the Till Dawn world really well, minus the whole time loop thing. Again, if you take that aspect out, like, dude, I think this movie was phenomenal. Like, how do you control time loops? That's my question. So that's my only issue with this movie.
Superman figured it out, didn't they?
When? What?
Oh, not time
No.
loops. That's just pocket
That was just-
universes.
Yeah, that's just portals and other dimensions, pocket universes. Very different. Now, if they did that, I'd probably be more on board. But it's just the time loop part of it. Like, I don't know why they decided like they had to go away from that compared to like what the video game did. And like, hey, this doctor's causing hallucinations to you. Like, I don't know why they had to go away from that, but they decided they needed to and it's necessary. Still, really fun movie. I do recommend it. It's on Netflix, so it's probably really easily available for most people to watch, and it's a good time. And it is better than I expected. And you don't have to play the game. You don't have to really know anything about it going into it, and you'll enjoy it. I guarantee it. So there you go. Until Dawn. And I can't wait to see what else comes from David F. Sandberg. Sandberg? Is that what it is? Yeah. Something like that.
I have a Netflix movie with the Sandberg in it.
Yeah?
Yeah. I was going to review Fantastic Four, but just real quick out there, I'm going to let you watch it first.
I don't know when that's going to happen.
Well, then I'll talk about it next week. I can save it for next week. Here's why. I'll tell you a little secret. I enjoyed Fantastic Four, however, I fell asleep in the middle of it. But it was just because I was really tired.
Okay.
And it was like Sunday afternoon, and I was like super comfortable in the theater. Happy Gilmore 2. Last Friday,
Ooh.
I finished up work, and I had time to myself, and I finished SmackDown, and I was like, what else can I do? Go to bed? I was like, oh, wait, no. Happy Gilmore came out. Happy Gilmore 2 is directed by Kyle Nowacek. Do you recognize that name at all?
Kyle Nowacek. Was he on SNL?
Close. He was on Workaholics.
Oh.
Dude, I looked him up. Okay, just look him up at some... Actually, I'll do it for our viewers over here. We'll do a little quick Google as I look for Kyle Nowacek. So, Kyle Nowacek is the director of Happy Gilmore, and he is from Workaholics. And if he was in Workaholics, wasn't he like the creepy neighbor?
Was he the neighbor? I'm not 100% sure, but I remember him just coming in randomly, like as a stoner friend.
Yeah.
I don't really know.
I think he was just their stoner friend, wasn't he?
Yeah, I think so.
So if you match him up to what's currently going on, I'm curious. Like, I thought Adam Sandler directed movies, right?
No.
No. Adam Sandler does not
Well,
direct. He's brilliant about just having someone else do it for him. So I'm pleased to announce over here that Kyle Nowacek has done Game Over Man, which was a fantastic movie with the Workaholic guys. He did Murder Mystery, which was also a decent movie.
I really enjoyed that, yeah.
Yeah. And Happy Gilmore 2. Now, if you look at his television credentials, he was Workaholics director. He directed 2 episodes of Community, Parks and Rec episode, Adam Devine's House Party, What We Do in the Shadows. He did 19 of them. He did the show Bookie. Bookie was kind of funny. So I'm glad he picked up this movie because his comedy is, again, comedy is coming back, and I'm really happy to see comedy coming back in this kind of way. Happy Gilmore was one of the most perfect movies I've ever watched. It was a blend of current day Adam Sandler movies that are family friendly with the perfect amount of nostalgia sprinkled in through this movie. Plenty of callbacks, celebrity cameos executed perfectly well, and a believable story that was fun all the way from the beginning to the end of it. I can't rave about Happy Gilmore 2 enough. Like, I got done watching that movie, and I went to my niece's graduation. I did a bunch of stuff over the weekend, and That was my talking point. It wasn't Fantastic Four. It wasn't any of that stuff. It was like, have you seen Happy Gilmore 2? It was a great movie. The premise of this is, um, as you see from the trailers, um, Happy is down on his luck. He's down, right? Not on his luck. Well, he fucked everything up, is what he did. And he's trying to raise money for his daughter to get dancing lessons, and it's like to the tune of like two to $350,000. That tells you that Happy's broke, and gets into the story a little bit, but it kind of plays out. And he's an alcoholic, and this is the funniest thing about it because Adam Sandler is the funniest alcoholic I've ever seen in TV. Dude, everywhere he was at, he would like take a quick little item, whatever he had. Like he was working at a grocery store and he went to the cucumber aisle and he'd pull out this fake cucumber, unscrew a lid, and drink his booze. He would do it with a golf club or a golf ball or anything in the house. Like he would just have a scene and then he would just like sneak some shooters. And the movie's about his road to recovery with alcoholism and trying to get back into golf. But he didn't want to get back into golf. But there's this other league that's like the Maxi League, and this is where it kind of turns into dodgeball. Like there's the small guys, which are professional golfers, and then here's this new big league coming out. So like Sandler and like the gold jacket wearing golfers are trying to save golf and protect golf from becoming this like extreme sport, and they have to have this like duel between traditional golf players and like these Red Bull monster type of like golfers that have to go through like obstacle courses and stuff. Now you think that would be kind of tacky, right? Okay, well then I'm wrong. It wasn't tacky. It worked really well, especially in the movie like this. So, I don't have much else to say about this movie without. I think it's just something you need to watch, relive. Good old Happy Gilmore, 90s style Adam Sandler comedy tied into current day movies. Like it, you can put it in front of a bunch of kids and they'll watch it and it's amazing. You can give it to someone who loved Happy Gilmore, Billy Madison, Waterboy, and it's right up there with it. I mean, the nods to the sponsorships, dude. John Daly was in it. He was hilarious. Steve Buscemi's in it. Hilarious. Um, who else was in this? You had professional golfers who have never been actors, and their roles were perfectly great too. You had callbacks to Chubbs. You had callbacks. The fight scene was amazing. You know, like the Bob Barker scene. I'm not going to spoil that one. I don't want to spoil this movie. I want everybody to go watch it and actually watch it, not lie about it like Avatar, because I think everybody's totally lying about Avatar. But Happy Gilmore 2 did break Netflix streaming record.
Nice.
Yeah, so it's one of the most watched stream view movies. 46.7 million views on Netflix. Didn't come out to the theaters, only on Netflix. Adam Sandler signed his big contract, paid off extremely well with this movie. Makes me want to go back and watch other movies like Basketball and Dodgeball and just see the callbacks, because those were. And okay, what's next? Naked Gun. I'm happy for Happy.
Yeah. I'm happy that you enjoyed it so much, because I've seen a lot of kind of weird stuff, just that it's not as good as I think people had hoped it would be. And it kind of sounds like he's, it's a little bit of his new comedy style, with the whole like he's drinking everywhere, right? Like that's kind of like just the strange, just kind of slapstick comedy, like that's kind of what like Hoobie Halloween reminded me of, right? Like it was such weird, kind of silly, stupid humor. But for Hoobie Halloween, it really just it worked. And so it kind of sounds like you got a little. You gotta suspend your disbelief and just have a good time at home watching Happy Gilmore 2.
That's the best thing, is you can literally watch it at home right now. I can have it on in the background. Oh, it's Wednesday. I don't have to watch AEW. I can watch Happy Gilmore.
Nice. Yeah. So I'm happy that you liked it so much and you're recommending it because I have not watched it because that was one that me and the wife want to watch together, and so I'm pretty excited that you enjoyed it so much. So I hope it's the same experience for me.
Listen, you motherfuckers, I seriously reviewed this over Fantastic Four, and I'm not gonna spoil Fantastic Four because I fell asleep. And so for me to pick Happy Gilmore over a Marvel, a Marvel movie, like I'm not. That says something. That says a lot. I'm probably gonna
Yeah,
watch it tonight. It's not my
nice.
recommendation because I have something else, but I
All
do
right,
recommend
hit
it.
it. Yeah. What are you having, Ryan?
I can go on another rabbit hole on this one. The Netflix series WWE Unreal.
Took it.
Was that yours too? Have you? How far are you
I
in?
have. Oh, I have not watched a single thing, but I am really excited to watch it. Um, I didn't even realize it was coming out. It came out today, I think.
Came out yesterday,
Uh,
and I
oh,
have one
yesterday.
episode left.
Wow. I don't know. So that was my theme, even though I have not watched it. But go ahead.
Here's why you need to watch it. There's a big issue. Okay, we're in the wrestling world. You're understanding a lot more about kayfabe and how everything's. You're seeing a lot of that behind the scenes in the indie scene with Carter and the Primos and all that stuff. Um, this is a big time. They Let me just say who did it. Peyton Manning, Omaha Productions, open up the doors. Now, here's the thing. Wrestling is still smart. They know what information they want us to see. They did a perfect execution for wrestling fans to see behind the scenes, open up certain doors, have more theories about how certain matches should have played out, why they played out. They explain their entire seasons, how they plan out their matches, their pay-per-views, their feuds, all that stuff. They have great interviews with John Cena, CM Punk, Chelsea Green. Not a lot of people know Chelsea Green. After this series, they're gonna really love Chelsea Green. For people who don't watch wrestling, listen, my coworker, he was like, Ryan, I almost watched Monday Night Raw. I was like, dude, don't do it. If you do, you and I are gonna be talking wrestling like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And I said, but you should watch Unreal. I think that is a great gateway for people who are tapping into the world of professional wrestling if they haven't done it so far, because there's a negative stigma on wrestling, like, oh, you watch wrestling, oh, that's trashy, oh, it's stupid, it's scripted, oh, everything's fake. This is
Yeah.
the real part of it. And I always love to see behind the scenes. And I guess my most shocking thing, I'm not going to give away too much on it. My most shocking thing is I finished that first episode and it straight up said executive producer Peyton fucking Manning, Denver Broncos Super Bowl 50 champion, lives in Denver, Colorado, not Indianapolis, called Suck It, Indiana. Not just said Peyton Manning.
Okay.
I love that Peyton did this, because you know what? His Omaha Productions was Peyton's Places. Now, it was interesting at first, but he started like having Eli's Places, Stephanie's Places, some race car drivers' places, like people in their respective field, interviewing and like going behind the scenes and doing these little shorts on ESPN. But this is a docu-series and this is a behind the scenes, and like I know Peyton Manning's not sitting there editing this, but he put together a really good team to make documentaries fun again. My favorite thing is, I don't know how the pro wrestlers do this, but when they go on camera, their promos, they don't cuss. They'll say shit here and there. They won't throw any F bombs. They won't say anything. And like you could tell they get right to that point. But behind the scenes, they're throwing F bombs all over the place. So it's fun to see
Yeah.
all my favorite pro wrestlers like, that was a fucking good match. You fucking killed it out there. Triple H telling that to Bailey and all that fun stuff. So, dude, Peter, let's end this podcast tonight and watch at least the first episode. You're going to love it.
I will try to, and I really, it's in the queue because I think it's amazing, and I honestly think like the fact that like people like it's fake, it's like scripted, like so what? And I think they Triple H nailed it in the trailer, saying like, yes, this is scripted, but in a second it becomes real. Like what they're doing can instantly turn into a broken back, concussions. Like it can change so quickly if they are slightly off. And I think that's incredible to see or to think about when they're doing this. They're not just acting, they're performing all at once. And like you said, they're doing it all the time. So cannot wait to watch it. I'll stay with that Omaha Productions with Peyton Manning because I've been watching the second season of Quarterback. Yeah, I don't think it's as good as the first season.
We need more Bo Nix.
Oh, dude. What I really want to see is him do like a rookie one. Like, I just get some rookies and follow them around. Like, I'm really curious about like their struggles and learning a whole new playing system and everything. Like, I think that'd be interesting. And also just navigating like, dude, they gotta move and all this shit. So Peyton, if you're listening, please do that. But Quarterbacks season 2, it's Joe Burrow, which I think he's pretty interesting. Also Jared Goff, dude. I'm really surprised by Jared Goff. I really am liking him in this series. And then they brought back Kirk Cousins, which he's just a goofball. And I love it because I get to relive some of these games. You get to see behind the scenes, just like what you're seeing with wrestling, and you get to see like what they got to deal with and how all the work they got to put into playing football. Dude, it's just so much, man. Anyone that gets like upset with these guys, like, oh, just catch the ball or just throw it there. Like, dude, there's so much going on, and it is amazing the success that they have in that type of atmosphere. It is just, it's crazy to think about. So
there's a system. The system has to, the cogs in the system have to work.
Yeah.
Okay, you mentioned that like just catch the ball. Like, dude, it's not that simple.
Mm-mm.
Like, I want someone to record a video of a quarterback pass being thrown directly at that camera and see how fast that ball is coming at you while you have like 3 or 4 like 200, 300 pound men built to crush you. Your thought process. Now, in Unreal, like how they think about their thought process, like the moment they walk through those curtains, you can hear Rhea Ripley in this. She goes, I had the worst day of my life, and I was supposed to have the best day that night on Monday Night Raw, and she goes, I was worried about all day until the moment I heard my music hit, it was gone. And just to see that realism from the, like you said, the quarterbacks, like I want to see Bo Nix. I want to see how he ticks, dude. I love to see what he sees on the field, but I love to see Bo Nix off the field and how his brain works. Dude, Peyton Manning is one. Maybe this is why Omaha Productions is working so well, because his brain works. He's playing chess while everybody else is playing Go Fish.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of it, dude, is these guys just, they put in the work, dude. They are non-stop, whatever it is. For them, it's football, but like, I think it goes beyond that. I think Peyton Manning, like, non-stop. My production company, how can I make this better? He's just non-stop, dude. There's a reason why these guys are so successful. So, go watch Unreal. Go watch Quarterbacks, even Receivers. And it's also almost football time, so pretty stoked about that. But until next time, guys, it's been real fun, right?
Well,
It's been fun,
and it's been real. But it's also been, this one's real fun. This one's been real fun, Peter. Let's do it.
Real fun. Pew pew out.
Head bobbing.